You looking at some that they got it out the mud, baby. Got it out the mud, baby. We some mud babies, mud babies.
What's happening, YouTube? Let's get right into this. The highly anticipated video, the visual from the rapper out of Sacramento, BFD, and the rapper out of Merced, California, GB. It just dropped. If you guys haven't went to go check it out, highly suggest you guys go do that. I'll leave the link in the description, a link in the comments. Go peep that. But I want to show you guys something real quick because it caught my attention. I didn't think they would put something like this in the music video, but obviously there's a message, and not only in his lyrics, in both their lyrics, but there's a message also in the video itself, in the visual. Now, as you guys see right there on your screen, they put the end to hostilities in their video. Now, I have never spoke on this on the internet or anything like that because we don't discuss prison politics. But, you know, the homie put it in his music video, and shit, I'm like, if the homie put it in his music video, then shit, I'm going to talk about it in my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? And I talked about this song before the visual actually dropped. He says there's no ceasefire on the streets. And, you know, in the video, he says that as well, of course, in the song, but he posted the end to hostilities agreement along with it. And I remember reading that, bro, in prison. I was there. I was in prison. I was in high desert at the time. And I remember reading that. You know how the way we read it, realizing all that, right? But I mean, I remember like tripping out, like, what the, like, this is crazy. Because it came out of nowhere, bro. We was expecting something like this, but when we got it, it was just like a super shock. Not only to read that, because I believe that one was put out in the prison, the inmate prison newspaper or something like that. And then it had the guys from each group's name right under it and their CDC number and where they're housed. So the one that he posted in the music video is the one that's common knowledge that was put out there for the public within the inmate newspaper in prison. And bro, it's been over 10 years now. No one, I don't think, ever thought it would last this long. And it's crazy, bro, how long it lasts. It's continued to last. And it just shows you the strength in numbers and unity. You feel what I'm saying behind those walls? Because if you guys ever been in solitary confinement, whether it be the back or even the shoe, you guys know it's not cool, homie. And you guys, if you ever been there, homie, like, bro, what's our number one fear on the main line, right? Is getting validated, bro. Getting validated. Nobody wants to get validated, homie. I mean, even on the PC side, I guess they started trying to validate them fools too as security threat groups and stuff. So no one wants to get validated, homie. That's like one of the biggest fears. If you're doing something, if you're involved with the politics and all that, right, and you're getting your wiggle on, and are you pushing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, the last thing you want to do, bro, is get validated. You know, you're supposed to do all within your power and capabilities to acquire that mainline status and keep it. And bro, being on the main line, they would try to validate you for any little thing. It was worse back in the day. Like, back in the day, it was worse. They were validating homies just for having Wega birds. You know what I'm saying? For having Mongolians serving homies packets, a validation package just for having a Mongolian and a Wega bird. You know, the CDCR, bro, IGI, ISU, all them, they have their tactics, homie, which, man, bro, they use some scatless tactics, bro. Sending first-termers to yards that they know Northerners can't be on, right? They would send these homies to these yards, 50-50 yards, I guess you want to call them. And sometimes the homies won't get the clutch out, won't get the education that they need to know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe they did and they just pussied out or whatever, decide not to get off. But there's times, homie, that I know of dudes going to reception and only being there for not even a month, homie. And the homies were on lockdown because of maybe something happened. You know, the COs were snatching their fishing lines up, taking all their shit so they can't make new fishing lines. And so there was no real clutch out getting pushed. And then CDC will ship these youngsters, 18 years old, to fucking JCAT fucking main lines or JCAT yards. And the homies don't know no better. They get there because some of them dudes, when they're there, they act like they're actives. They're Northerners, supposedly, right? But they act like they're actives, but they're really not. And that those JCats on these yards, bro, at times would convince the younger dudes, like, yeah, it's all good yard, homie, don't trip. And once that 72 hours and 3-day grace period passes, another one is, you know, dudes would come in on a 18-month with half, did about half of it damn near in county, got sent to reception, and then in reception, they ship them off to another JCat yard. First termer, 18 years old, 19 years old, don't really know nothing about nothing, green behind the ears, and they send this fool to a yard where he's not supposed to be, and they give him the ultimatum. You could stay here and go home in the month like you're supposed to. Or you get off and you go to the hole and catch extra time, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They scare them, bro. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, dudes stayed. A lot of dudes stayed on those yards for whatever reason. And of course, a lot got off as well. But these are some of the tactics that the administration will use, try to dismantle the North and the South as well. And the white boys, like, you feel me? And then the whole debriefing process is crazy as well. Like, in order for these dudes to have to go PC, they had to debrief and become snitches. Like I'm gonna keep it real, bro. There's some real hitters over there on that side. Like, we can't sugarcoat none. There's some hitters over there on that side of the fence. But there's also some real piece of shits as well. You feel like some dudes that you don't want to be doing no time with. And it's like, damn, like you was a real gangster at one point, bro. And you went over there and debriefed and told, like, I'm going to keep it real. I know some dudes that were like real high powered dudes and like debriefed and they never snitched on no case or nothing, but they debriefed within the debriefing system and got motherfuckers validated and all kinds of shit. And it's like, damn, bro, what happened? My nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't fuck with that. So yeah, man, go check out the song. I'll leave the link, like I said, below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's go.